3-2-1, 3-2-1, check. Yep. Hello.
It's working.
You can hear it? Okay, because I was going to say I can't hear it on mine. Oh, mine's like way behind. Okay.
2, 1, 3, 2, 1.
So you can hear it?
Yeah.
Alright, so what we'll do is, let me see. Let me pop. Oh, shoot. I need to have a graphic. Hang on just one second.
Oh, I gotta mute that.
Alright, so let's do it. You ready? Yep. I was trying to. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Okay, wait. Alright,
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You're good to go.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to high school football on Middle Georgia Sports Live. Football is back, baby, and tonight we have a matchup of two coaching staffs who are very familiar with each other. The Tattnall Square Trojans, led by Barney Hester, set to take on the Gatewood Gators, led by Jeff Ratliff. Coach Ratliff played for and coached under Hester here at Tattnall Square during Barney's 31-year run, which included 11 state titles. Coach Hester, now in his second year and his second stint after coming out of retirement, looking to get Tattnall Square back to its winning ways after a winless season last year. Our very own Braden Holder caught up with Coach Hester on this week's episode of On the Whistle on Middle Georgia Sports Live prior to tonight's season opener.
Everybody to Middle Georgia Sports Live. It's Braden Holder, and today I'm at Tattnall Square Academy with Coach Barney Hester. Coach, thanks for having us.
Great. See you. Great. Y'all came back.
I'm looking forward to this. Coach Hester's been at Tattnall for a long time, and he made the return last year. I'm looking forward to hearing his story and as we get ready to talk about the year. But first, Coach, let's talk about you. Talk about your background. How did you first get to Tattnall, and then what happened after that, and now you're back?
Well, I got here a long time ago. I came back in my first year was 1982. I had been down at Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern started a football program in 1981, and I was the receiver coach with Coach Art Russell. This job came open. I had some friends here that called me and asked me if I was interested to come up and talk to them. I did. Told Coach Russell that I had that opportunity and to come up and talk to folks. He said, "Barney, you always go listen." So I did. I ended up here. Figured I'd stay a couple of years, and here I am, 40-something years later, still in Macon.
So, Art Russell, obviously another legendary name. What were you kind of able to learn from him? What's some things from him that you still use today?
When I went to Georgia Southern, I thought I knew everything. I thought, you got to play for this, you got to play for that, you change it. Well, I learned real quickly. You find 2 or 3 good plays, running plays. You learn how to execute those plays. You out-execute everybody else, and that's basically what we did. We were an option football team for years, and we tried to out-execute people and had a lot of success doing that.
And then you came here and obviously built a super successful program that was able to last for a while. Talk about that transition, and how did you know this was the right place to be?
Well, first of all, when people want you to come talk to them, you always go listen. I learned that lesson way back then. And then when I came up and I knew some people here, I knew some people in Macon, some of the coaches in Macon that I knew, and Of course, the advice I got from someone said, "You're crazy to go to Tattnall. You'll never be able to compete with LPD and Stratford and Mountain Sales." Well, our first win was against Mountain Sales, our second game of the season. So it kind of turned our program around at that time, and had some great words from Coach Mike Garvin, who was coach of Mountain Sales at that time. A guy I really respected and admired. And after the game was over with that night, he came over and to our huddle and said, "Coach, can I talk to your kids?" That doesn't happen a whole lot.
Right.
And so I thought that maybe they had done something wrong, but he congratulated them on the progress they had made, and he and I became really close friends. And those kinds of things make a difference in young people's lives when they realize not only their coach cares, but somebody else that sees them cares. So that was a big deal, and the transition was easy, just knowing people here, and we just had to learn how to win some football games.
So, and then you built that super successful program, started beating those teams like FPD, Mountain Sales, and eventually won a lot bigger things. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, you work hard, and some of those teams were certainly successful at that time. FPD and Stratford and Mountain Sales. Matter of fact, Mountain Sales had just played either the year before or the year before that in the South Georgia Championship when Herschel Walker was on the team at Johnson County. So, they came over into the GISA, and they were super successful and great coaches. And, of course, LPD was good. And it took us a while to beat those guys. I mean, we beat Mountain Sales that first year, but Stratford and LPD had some great programs. It took us a while to beat them. But once our guys realized that, you work hard, you get stronger, you get faster, and that mentality changes, and you're able to go out and compete against folks. But, they still have great programs. All those schools still have great programs. So we're trying to get this program back where it needs to be.
And so that first time you were at Tattnall, it was a 30-year span. You were the head
31.
Excuse me, 31. You were the head football coach.
That's right.
Athletic director at some point.
At some point.
And then the head of school.
Well, about 11 of those years I was. But I was very fortunate because I had some really good people that ran our elementary school, our middle school, and finance and all those kinds of things. So I was very blessed.
And so not a lot of people get to say that they have been a coach, an athletic director, and a head of school, and now you're a coach again after all those things, and you've seen it from all the different perspectives. Does that change the way you coach a little bit?
Not really, because football's football. You got to get strong. You got to teach fundamentals. You got to be consistent with what you're teaching. You can't keep going back and forth doing different things. You got to be consistent. The one thing I found over the years is our players like knowing what's going to happen every day. What we do on Mondays, first week of the season, we'll be doing championship week. On Tuesdays, same thing. Consistency, I think, is very important. I think once you get into that rhythm and you know what's going to happen. Football is a game of first down, second down, third down, fourth down. There's consistencies that you got to get involved in. So once you get your kids to understand that and to get comfortable with that, you have a chance to have some successful seasons.
Well, Coach, all that, and then 31 years later, that chapter closes and a new one opens. Talk about what was after Tattnall. Well,
after we left Tattnall, we went to Howard for 5 years,
okay.
And we took over a program there that had not won in 30 games. We played our first game against East Lawrence, where I graduated from, which I didn't say the schedule was already there, and I played football. So we went down and played them the first game of the season, and we won. And I promise you, for those kids and those fans, it was like winning a state championship. We really played hard. We were 2-0. We played Southwest the second week. We were 2-0. Third week, we played Walnut Grove and should have won, didn't. And then we invited Mary Persons over for homecoming, and that didn't sit well. They didn't like us inviting them to play our homecoming, so they beat us pretty bad. And we went downhill, but we kept getting better. We stayed there 5 years. That last year we made the playoffs, and had the opportunity to go be the athletic director for the county for 5 more years. And that's kind of where I've been.
So you've kind of been all over the place. Not necessarily all over the place here in Macon, but
right.
You've seen the GIAA, GISA side of things transition to a new public school.
That's right.
Relatively new, and then the county athletic director.
That's right.
So you've kind of seen that, and then you retire.
Then I retired for 2 years. Our goal was, in those 2 years, my wife and I wanted to go see all the stadiums in the SEC that Georgia played. Well, all the SEC football stadiums. You know, you see them on TV. When you're coaching, you don't have time to do that. You just don't have time to go do that stuff. So we did that for 2 years. We bought a little motor home and we traveled and we went to South Carolina. We went to Vanderbilt. We went to Texas. We went to Florida. We went to all the SEC schools that we could go for 2 years.
I know that was fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Mississippi State, Ole Miss. We did all the trips. The only 3 we haven't been to was we didn't go to Oklahoma, we didn't go to Arkansas, and we didn't go to Texas A&M because Georgia didn't play them away those 2 years. So that's coming down the road, our next retirement. But it was a lot of fun. We traveled and saw a lot of things. So, yeah, that was neat.
So 2 years of retirement, traveling around the country, and then Tattnall comes calling back.
Well, you know, when John Garrett Abernathy, who was a previous football coach, and did an outstanding job. I mean, they had some great years. Decided he wanted to go back and get his PhD and become an administrator. He had been the high school principal, and he wanted to further that and go be a headmaster somewhere, which he has, and will do a great job. Decided that he was going to give up the football. Don Absher called me and asked me if I'd come talk to him. I came with the idea that I was going to help him find another coach. That's what I thought, because he didn't go into details.
Right.
And with my connections in Bibb County, being the athletic director and the other coaches that I knew in the area, so I really thought that that's what he wanted. So we were talking. I gave him some names. And he said, well, Coach, that's really not why I called you. I want to see if you were interested in coming back. I said, well, let's talk to these other guys first and see if they're interested. And if they are, they would do a good job. And we did. We talked to them, and they were interested, but they were comfortable where they were at the time. Didn't want to leave their jobs. And so anyway, that's how it ended up with me coming back and taking over the program and trying to get where we need to be.
So your wife was getting used to traveling. What did she think when you came back?
Well, we had 6 grandchildren here, so she was excited. She was excited about it, and of course this year we got 8 grandchildren here, so she was excited about being here, being around the grandchildren, and all that. So that was, and she's a football fan, so she was fine.
Football never leaves a football fan.
No, she wasn't excited. She wasn't really excited about last season. Now, last season was not one of the typical seasons that we've experienced over the years, but other than that, she was excited.
So, like you said, 8 grandchildren here now, so that makes the job a little bit more special.
It does.
And it's just family ties all over the place now.
Yep. You know, I had a chance yesterday. My oldest granddaughter pitches for the middle school team, and had a chance. We were practicing out near the softball field, so transitioning from one field to the other, I had a chance to see her pitch some. So that's
awesome.
Pretty neat. Yeah.
That's awesome. So when you were asked to take on the job here, was that much of a thought process, or was that more of an immediate decision?
No, it was a thought process. It was a thought process. I had made another commitment to the community at that time, and so I had to see if I could juggle those 2 commitments and do both of them in a good way. Of course, I think we have. I think this program's getting better, and I think the other commitment is I'm feeling my obligation there.
Awesome. Well, what a story. Obviously, being able to work under Irk Russell at the very beginning to all these years later, having that impact on so many young lives, and now you're back here.
Right.
So let's shift and talk about this year, Coach. What are some things that are looking good so far with this year's group? What's trending in the right direction?
Well, the first thing, we had a really good off season. We really did a lot of course, weightlifting is very important to me, and it has been from the very beginning. And we have a great strength and conditioning guy here, Jody Burnett, who does a tremendous job with our guys getting stronger. But I wanted to make sure we got more explosive. And I think we have. I think we're, a lot of those guys that played last year who were juniors, who will now be seniors, have gotten a lot bigger and a lot stronger and a lot faster and a lot more doing a good job with leadership on our team because they understand what we're doing. So our off-season program has been very good. Our summer program has been very good. The players we have now, I think our skill guys are much better. I think we got some guys that can run. Our line of scrimmage, offensive line of scrimmage is bigger and stronger than we were last year. Defensively, I think bringing in Mark Faraba, who is our defensive coordinator, has brought something very good to our program. I mean, he's doing an outstanding job with those guys, got them playing hard, coming up hitting, doing a good job in coverage. So, you know, all those factors, I think, have made a big difference in this upcoming season.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a fun season, Coach.
We hope so.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
So Gatewood, week 1.
Yes.
So what's kind of the mindset, the game plan going into week 1?
Well, let me tell you about Gatewood first of all.
Okay.
Jeff Ratliff, who is the head coach up here, he played for me on my first football team here. He went to Georgia Tech, got a 4-year degree, and got an engineering degree, and then I talked him into coming back coaching. We needed a math teacher, and I knew he had all that math up at Georgia Tech, so we talked him into coaching. So Jeff is the head coach up at Gatewood. He left here, I guess, the last year that I was here, maybe 2 years before, but he left and he took over that program up there and has won a couple of state championships, does a tremendous job. Tyler Van Dusen, who's another one of my former players, went up there as his defensive coordinator. Tyler, a former player who also coached with me here. And he's their defensive coordinator, doing a tremendous job. Scott Dennard, who's another one of my former players, is up there. He's a head basketball coach and he coaches wide receivers. So
Wow.
What they're doing, as a matter of fact, I turned on the film the other day, Sunday, when I got it from them, and I tell you, it looked like an old Tattnall football team. I mean, they're running the option, they're in the I formation, running the option. They also get in the gun, doing a tremendous job. He's got a quarterback that's really good. His running backs are good. All the skill guys are good. He lost most of his linemen from last year, but he's got some young guys coming back, and they're good football players. They're a good football team. They're well coached, and we're excited about the possibility of playing Gatewood. They're traditionally a good program. We're trying to get our program back where it needs to be, and playing good football teams is important. And we know they're going to be well coached and do things right.
Well, it sounds like it is going to be fun, and you've got that many former players on the coaching staff.
Yep.
You cut on the film, you're like, hey, that looks a little familiar.
Well, it looked a whole lot like an old Tattnall football team, and they're well coached. They do a good job, and I look forward to having a great game.
Well, Coach, I want to talk about one more thing. I know earlier you mentioned consistency and building those good habits. What are the things that are the non-negotiables, and what makes a successful team?
Well, I think you got to have good leadership. You got to have good leadership from within, from your players. I think senior class is always important, but sometimes leadership comes a little earlier for some of those guys. I think that's important. The locker room is very, very important, and I think we've got that this year. I think the consistency of what we do every day is important. I think that to me is, I was telling somebody the other day, the physical part of football is big, but the mental part, the mental toughness to me is more important than the physical part. I mean, you got to be strong, you got to be able to run, you got to do those kinds of things. But if you're not mentally tough to do it every day and do it every Friday night,
Right.
You're not going to get any better. You're just going to stay where you're at. You're not going to advance. So to me, those things are what's important.
And they go hand in hand with each other.
Absolutely, they do.
So, what are some last thoughts, and what's your message to the Tattnall community going into Friday?
Well, we just be here. So, come see our football team, and they do. We have a great turnout every Friday night, and I think they're pretty excited about what we're doing, and they're hearing things about us, and so hopefully, and a chance to come back and see some former alums that they haven't seen in a while, and their football team. So I think it will be a good opportunity for the Tattnall family to get together and experience a football Friday night at Tattnall.
Well, Coach, thanks for sitting down with us today. We look forward to being here Friday night. Look forward to a great season.
Appreciate you being with us.
All right. Thank you all guys for tuning in. It's Middle Georgia Sports Live.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the community.
I want my money to go further.
A lot of people think that Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is just for farmers, but most of our customers aren't farmers at all. They just like good customer service and supporting local farms.
I love knowing that it protects more than just my car, but it protects our access to locally grown food.
You're going to need coverage either way, so why not do some good with it?
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is insurance I can feel good about.
We are a farm bureau.
And welcome back, everybody, to Barney Hester Field here on the campus of Tattnall Square, where the Tattnall Square Trojans and the Gatewood Gators set to kick off high school football 2026 here in Macon. Noah Shelton and Aiden Mazzillo here with you. Aiden, what you got so far on Tattnall and Gatewood?
Well, I mean, it's going to be a good matchup. Of course, Barney Hester, a storied coach here, got the field named after him, and he's back here coaching. Was at Tattnall for, I believe, 31 years in his original tenure, and he left, went to coach at Howard High School for 5 years. Then he just retired for 2 years, and they were like, "Hey, we're going to come back. We're going to search for a new head coach, but you know, while we're searching, we might as well have you here, and we're just going to get you back to hire instead of just looking for a new coach. We'll just get you back here." So he's been here for, I'm not really sure. It seems like he's been here forever, honestly. He replaced Coach John Garrett Abernathy. John Garrett Abernathy now the headmaster at Deerfield Windsor.
And here come those Trojans.
Let's get it started. I'm so glad football is back.
Absolutely. Coach Hester in his second year of his second stint here at Tattnall Square, again, a 31-year career from 82 to 2012, including 11 state titles. An unprecedented run in his first 30 years in his first stint. And across the field, across the way, head coach Ratliff for Gatewood played under him, coached under him, and both these coaching staffs pretty familiar with each other, Aiden.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, Coach Jeff Ratliff played and coached with Coach Barney Hester. He coached 17 years with Barney Hester until Coach Hester retired in 2011 to move on to Howard. And Coach Ratliff took that head coaching job at Gatewood. And even his tenure at Gatewood has been quite illustrious, if you will. He's three-peat champion 2018, 2019, 2020 under Coach Ratliff. But, again, we were talking about it before the game. Gatewood loves to run like a spread option type offense. They really love to run the motions, a lot of counter tray. Just a lot of – we saw the split end on the roster sheet to start, and I was excited to see that.
Don't see that a lot unless you're in 1992 or something like that for sure. So
Yeah.
Gatewood won the toss. They've elected to receive, so it'll be the Gators on offense to begin the night here at Tattnall. And to kick it away for the Trojans is going to be the sophomore Sam Clark. Tattnall, the gold tops, blue jerseys, gold bottoms. Gatewood, gold tops, white jerseys, green bottoms. As we're just about to get high school football 2026 underway here on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely. Before we get kicked off, I'd like to thank our presenting sponsors, Coca-Cola, Emory Healthcare, and, of course, Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. See, check that. It's Christian Martinez, the senior, to boot it away for Tattnall. Whistle blows, and high school football is back, ladies and gentlemen, underway here at Tattnall. Short kick taken at the 15, up the middle of the field to the 20, cutting it outside of the 25, and taken down there for the Gatewood Gators is Landon Marino, and that's where the Gatewood offense will begin things here in 2026. Again, a very run-heavy offense last season, 2,000 yards on the ground, 800 through the air. Gatewood reached the second round of the playoffs last year before falling to Southwest Georgia Academy. Tattnall looking for their first win still in the second stint under Barney Hester.
Yeah.
Went 0-10 last year. And Coach said during the coaches show that we saw with Braden in the pregame, not his wife's favorite season for sure, as he said. I formation, handoff middle to the fullback, and across the 30, gain of 5. That was Landon Marino again, who also had the return. Solid run at the middle on first down, gain of 5.
We'll probably be calling Marino's name a lot, especially him in that primary tailback position. He'll be running up the middle, and that's what Gatewood's MO is. They love running the ball. Reminds me, like you said, an old 80s just grit and grind football team. They love to run the football.
Jackson Sanders, the freshman, will check in and be on the O-line. One wide each side for Gatewood. Same I formation, same fullback carry at the middle. Knows a keeper on the far side by the quarterback, Blake Brannon. Maybe gained a yard, brings up third down 4. Slayton Skinner there on the tackle for Tattnall. And third and short's where you want to live when you run an option-style offense like Gatewood does. But 3rd and 4, kind of in that tough territory. You know they're probably going to run the ball, but 4 yards is a big ask, especially you're going to call that fullback dive. Two wide near side, tight end on the left side of the line. Handoff Marino up the middle,
fullback.
nothing doing.
Wow.
A host of Trojans met him in the backfield, and 3 and out goes Gatewood on their opening drive.
Coach Hester down there fired up. He has got that mentality. He said it in the interview that his biggest thing is consistency and the mental toughness, and he has surely instilled this with his Tattnall defense so far. Great pickup, and looks like it's going to be 3 and out for the Gators.
He still got some fire, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious,
Yeah.
we're just a minute into the ball game. Was absolutely hyping up his team after that stop. Now to boot it away for the Gators is Ruben Sanchez, 2 back deep for Tattnall. Spiraling kick to the far side, taking that to 35. On the far hash marks to the 40. Cole Moore on a good return, close to midfield where he slung out of bounds.
All right, here's our first look at the Tattnall Square Trojan offense.
Yeah, it was an offense last year that it was definitely a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
Averaged less than a touchdown a game. And starting at quarterback, it was slated to be the freshman Angelo Bellamy. And that was like who's going to be for Tattnall at the quarterback position to begin 2026.
Freshman leading the way. That's something you definitely like to see for Coach Hester. So let's see how the freshman works here. Angelo Bellamy Jr.
2 wide each side. Ran in motion, handoff middle. And falling forward just across midfield for Tattnall is Tate Moore, the senior. Moore played a little quarterback last year for Tattnall. Now back in the backfield at running back.
Knew that name sound familiar.
Also plays on the defense, so he's all over the place for the Trojans.
The 60-minute man, if you will. But so Tattnall first run just for about a yard. So they'll look to get it upfield here.
Trips wide near side. Both these teams play 3-4 defensively. Snap back to Bellamy. He's going to look to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Slings it over the middle. Got a man wide open at the 25, and
man.
he missed him. Had Cooper Lancaster behind the defense down the middle of the field wide open. And just an airmail from Bellamy and a missed opportunity there for Tattnall.
And Bellamy goes over there, meets with Coach Christian Palmer, also the basketball coach. And, of course, young freshman, you're going to make mistakes. But right there up the seam, you had Lancaster. He's going to the house. That's the first touchdown of the season right there. Had that pass been a little bit lower. But if you're Bellamy, it's definitely a good sign knowing that you're able to take that risk and show a little bit of pocket presence.
I think he got a little too excited there. Saw he was so open, got really excited, and just put a little too much air on it, too much adrenaline. 3rd down long, Bellamy to throw. Slings it getting over the middle, and it's
caught.
Caught through the defender, and onto the end zone for the touchdown is Jace Veal. Touchdown Tattnall. What a throw in pressure by Bellamy.
And what a great callback for Angelo Bellamy. What a response. After making that simple mistake on the last play, he just fires a dot and threads the needle to Veal. And that is TD number 1 on the year for the Trojans.
Thought Ben Pearson, the junior, had the interception initially for Gatewood, but it got through his hands into the hands of Jace Veal, and a 50-yard touchdown strike.
Wow, what a play from the freshman throwing it to the senior. The connection, the intergenerational passing, if you will.
The lefty Sam Clark knocks the PAT through, and Tattnall Square with a jolt of offense to begin 2026. 7-0 Trojans, 3 minutes into the ball game here on Middle Georgia Sports Live. And welcome back to the ball game. Noah Shelton, Aiden Mazzillo here with you from Tattnall Square. Christian Martinez boots it away for Tattnall after the 50-yard touchdown strike. Taken inside the 10 to the 15 to the 20, up the middle of the field to the 25, and finally taken down near there is Braden Haley, the junior for Gatewood. Similar starting field position for Gatewood as the first drive. 3 runs in the first drive, only 5 yards, went 3 and out and punted it to the Trojans. And on 3rd and 9, freshman quarterback Angelo Bellamy stepped up into the rush, delivered a strike over the middle to Jace Field to give Tattnall the early 7-0 lead.
So Gatewood's not shying away from this I form.
Fullback carry, no keeper by the quarterback, and now a pitch to the near
there we
side. Getting the corner to the 35 and pushed out of bounds there. Brady Haley on the carry. Good gain of about 8 out to the 36.
Little triple option there. Nice play from Gatewood, but again, that's their bread and butter. We knew that coming into this game, and I'm sure Tattnall has done their homework, but they were able to pick up a big gain on that play, about 5 yards on that triple option play.
It was a great pull by the quarterback there, Bennett Haley. And a nice pitch over to Brady Haley. Gain of 7 officially to the 35 on first down there for Gatewood. Fullback carry at the middle, Marino lowers the shoulder, gets the first down just across the 38. And that's the bread and butter there for the Gators offense.
Hit them early with the runs, get them to tire out, and then they'll probably, don't be surprised if you see a shot play here down the drive if it gets 3rd and long, just to get this defense of the Trojans tired out. Because Moreno, he is a workhorse tailback. Down.
Blake Brandon out wide to the far side. Freshman Bennett Haley in and flags and a false start.
Looks like it's going to be on the Gators.
And Ford Rocker, the sophomore, not happy with himself after that penalty. And when you run a triple option style offense like that, false starts like that are just drive killers.
So that pushes them back 5, 1st and 15 now. So if you're the Gators, you might have to switch up a little bit of the game plan here just to move the chains.
Ben Pearson, the one wide to the near side for the Gators. Fake fullback toss in the pitch, and the ball is loose at the 25, picked up by Tattnall, the 20, returning it inside the 10 to the 5, scoop and score, Andrew Percarelli. Touchdown, Tattnall.
Wow. What a play. What a turn of events for the Gators. But the Trojans, they pounce on it, and they go in for 6 again. Andrew Pecorelli. What a name. I like saying that name.
Brady Haley just could not handle the pitch over from Bennett Haley. And Andrew Pecorelli, with a linebacker's dream there, scoops it up, scores it, and Tattnall already up 2 scores. Lefty kicker Sam Clark knocks through the PAT, and it's 14-0 Trojans, 7:54 to play first quarter. What a start from Tattnall.
Absolutely. Gatewood just, the penalty hurt him early on, and it threw him off a little bit, but the pitch kind of got away there on that last play, and Pecorelli had his heads up. His head was on a swivel. He was able to pick it up, scoop and score. You love to see that from the senior linebacker, and especially if you're Coach Barney, you love to see your team be active. And again, he said that in the interview, and it's coming out, that mental toughness, that grit, that consistency. And he is fired up on the sideline, let me tell you.
For sure, this Tattnall team as a whole, the energy has been palpable here in the first 4 minutes and change. So Christian Martinez, again, will boot it away for Tattnall. Brady Haley and Blake Brennan back deep to return for the Gatewood Gators. Martinez the boot away. Taken by Brennan at the 10 to the 15, middle of the field 20. Has some room 25, taken down at the 27 by a host of Trojans. And that's where the Gatewood Gators will set up shop for their 3rd offensive drive. And if you're Gatewood right now, you just got to stop bleeding. You got to start with a couple first downs, hold some possession here, get a rhythm going, and try to cut into this lead here.
Yeah, that is the struggle for Gatewood early on. They only have one first down in their 2 offensive possessions. But again, neither offensive possession has been ideal. 3 and out on the first one, and scoop a score on the second one. So they're looking just to calm some things down. I'm sure Coach Ratliff is pushing that envelope of just keeping it calm. It's the start of the season, first game. So they're going to look to recover here on this offensive drive.
Yeah, Gateway just looking to settle things down. Handoff middle, Marino on the dive at the fullback position. Gains about 4 to the 31. Solid gain there on first down for Gatewood. Caden Berner will check in and replace Blake Brandon. Handoff to the running back to the left side along the hash marks. Across the 40, first down Gatewood, down to the 44. Good carry by Drew Love, the senior. And the most successful offensive play there of the night so far for Gatewood.
So signs of life there from the Gators. Are able to penetrate that Trojan defense. So they're going to look to replicate that. And that's the first carry for Drew Love. It's a good first carry, good start. About 15 yards on the pickup.
Been a good response so far on this drive by Gatewood. Harrison Harper, the wide out to the near side for Gatewood. Looking to throw, slings over the middle, caught at the 45, across the 40, 35-30, 25-20, and taken down from behind near the 15. Great throw, great catch. Sean Bennett on the reception. Good throw by Bennett Haley. And the biggest chunk play so far by Gatewood as they're into the Tattnall red zone.
And that's exactly what we said earlier. The big thing that Gatewood's going to try to do is just pound the inside on the run and then open it up with a pass play, because this defense is looking like they're run committing. But right there, they were able to take advantage of it. And a big pickup for the Gators. But Champ Price, the DB for the Trojans, was trying to pry it away. Going for a little peanut punch there.
It was a great fake, great pull by Bennett Haley to pull up the linebackers. And he just threw it right over the top of them, right over the middle. Handoff Love, men in the backfield, nothing doing. Swimming through the line there defensively for Tattnall was Camden Brewer, the senior. And a great defensive play takes him down for a loss of a couple. So second down, 13 from the 16. Tattnall with 6 defenders on the line of scrimmage. Fullback carry at the middle. Marino down to the 5.
My goodness, that man, Marino. He's taking a hit, but he is giving them to him.
A strong run there by Marino. Brings up third down and manageable now. Third and about 4. Ball officially marked at the 6. They need about the 3-yard line for a first down. Got to imagine it's going to be 2 plays from here, too, for the Gatewood offense. Handoff Marino up the middle, met and nothing doing.
Stuffed him.
Big number 58, J.J. Jackson, the junior, on the tackle for a loss. Brings up fourth down 4.
So the Trojans were able to salvage what looked like to be a broken defensive possession here with a chance to stuff the Gators here, 4th and short.
And Gatewood will leave the offense on the field, it looks like. Let's see. Ball just inside the 7-yard line, the 3-yard line needed for a first down. So it's going to be 4th and a short 4 or a long 3, depending on how you look at it. And now the Gators want a timeout. Coach Ratliff calls timeout to think about it. Tattnall up 14-0. Gatewood threatening but facing a 4th down. When we come back on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste. unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it, an answer to thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same.
4th down 4 for the Gatewood Gators on offense from the 7-yard line. A big play here early for Gatewood.
Different look here. They're in shotgun.
Yeah.
All
First
right.
time tonight. 4 wide for Gatewood. Haley the throw, rolling far side, looking, slings over the middle to the end zone. It's caught in the back. Incomplete. No, they rolled incomplete. They say he did not get the foot down in bounds. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Thought for a moment that in the back of the end zone that Blake Brandon had tiptoed the line. The officials on the back line say no, and it's a turnover on downs.
That looked good. Haley was able to improvise, create some space there. Really good throw from Haley, but unfortunate. It looked like the toe tap was good. It looked good from up here, but of course we don't have the angle down there that the umpires and the officials have, and it'll be turnover on downs for the Gators, excuse me. But now the Trojans in a little bit of an unfavorable position here.
It was a great effort by Haley throwing in traffic, and Britton just barely not able to get that toe down in bounds. 1st and 10 for the Trojans, running outside across the 10. Oh, there he's loose. Micah Clyde down the sideline in a foot race to the 30, 20, and pushed out of bounds near the 15.
What a play. This little sweep there from Clyde was able to get around the edge. But good chase down there from Blake Brannon to push Micah Clyde out of bounds. But Micah Clyde, big gain for the Trojans.
Gain of 76. And Tattnall in one play already inside the red zone at the Gatewood 17.
Micah Clyde, that name is familiar. He is holding it down on the diamond, on the court, and now on the gridiron. He does it all. The do-it-all man. The do-it-all Trojan, if you will.
Great defensive effort by Blake Brannon to keep up with him and shove him out of bounds. But a huge opportunity now for Tattnall to take a 3-score lead, and now flags come in before the snap.
Timeout on the field. Timeout Trojans.
It's a timeout called by Tattnall and Coach Hester. While we got a moment, I'd like to thank our presenting sponsors, Coca-Cola, Emory Healthcare, and Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Noah and Aiden here with you in the booth. Aiden, what have you seen so far from this Tattnall offense that looks to be more successful so far for sure than it was last year?
Well, really, you can tell. I mean, they got a lot of returning starters coming back, so they know what they're looking at offensive-wise. But really, the main thing that has kind of been the MO has just been intensity. I haven't seen a single play where they haven't dropped back and kind of pulled the pressure off. They got their foot on the gas the entire time, and the score is reflective of that. But also, their defense is doing a great job at complementing the pressure being put on by the offense. Obviously, we saw that 3-and-out down there on the goal line. And now the big run from Micah Clyde sets him up in a big, favorable scoring position here, and they're looking to put 7 in.
Again, Tattnall denied the Gators on offense on 4th down last drive when they were inside the 10. And in one play, they flipped the field. A 76-yard run by Micah Clyde all the way down to the Gatewood 17. And now we're ready for play after the officials whistle. Bellamy, handoff middle, and met at the line of scrimmage. Harper Johnson dropped for a loss of 1.
So back to earth play. A back down to earth play for the Trojans there. It seemed pretty dominant so far, but that's, I believe, their first play for a loss this entire game.
Yeah. It's been a pretty efficient night offensively so far for Tattnall.
They are human.
First drive ended with a 50-yard touchdown strike. This their second. Quick throw over the middle on the slant, caught at the 8 with his knee down. Cooper Lancaster on the reception. Going to be about a yard shy of that first down marker to gain. 3rd and 1 coming up from the 8. And Gatewood got the ball first to begin the ball game, went 3 and out. Tattnall then scored on a 3rd and 9 for a 50-yard touchdown throw from Bellamy to Veal. And then Gatewood on their second drive fumbled it. Tattnall scooped it, scored it. Then on the third drive, Gatewood on offense finally got something going, but turned the ball over on downs. Now Tattnall off of that. A couple plays already inside the 10. Handoff middle, inside the 5. Gaping, he fumbled the ball into the end zone. It's loose, and Gatewood recovers it for a touchback. Goodness gracious, Tat Morris, a yard away from giving the Trojans a 3-possession lead, lost it going into the end zone, and Gatewood recovers, and it's a touchback.
Oh, man, you never want to see that. But the Gators bailed out there. Kind of a careless mistake there from Tate Morris.
Wow. A huge opportunity missed there by Tattnall to take a 3-score lead.
Just trying to go for the dive there with just a – don't think he needed to reach, but he just tried to get the flare points out there, and, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out for you. Sometimes it does. And he fumbles it there, and now the Gators back in a familiar spot is what it seems to be the trend here.
Second straight drive that the offense got inside the 10 and came away with no points. Now the Gators with a second chance of life here. Really, it was that close to being a 21-0 game here in the first quarter and really being a tough deficit for Gatewood to try to come back from. 1st and 10 from the 22, 32 to play here in our first quarter. Gatewood again coming out in that I formation. Quick throw, far side, caught at the 20 at the line of scrimmage along the far sideline to the 26 and shoved out of bounds there is Ben Pearson. Slayton Skinner threw him out of bounds.
Little jailbreak screen there from the Gators. Something new. They finally passed the ball there. I was expecting to run up the middle again. But, you know, variety's always good. But, again, the offense for Gatewood is just run, 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 pass. Run, 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 pass.
Gain of 6 on that reception. 2nd down 4 coming up. Gatewood got some things going on the last offensive drive, just couldn't finish the drive.
Another pass.
Looking to throw, jump ball far side, back shoulder, incomplete. Ball came out like a wounded duck trying to get it out to Ben Pearson.
So underthrown there from the quarterback, Haley. Was looking for the man, Pearson. Pearson tried to salvage the play, but good coverage there from the DBs of Tattnall. And now 3rd and short.
Ball at the 26. They need the 30-yard line for a first down. Under center, handoff Love, far side, not going to get there. Gains about 3, going to be a yard shy. Fourth down 1 now upcoming for the Gatewood Gators, and now what do you do?
Kind of faced with a decision here because they really are in a favorable position. Kind of just run a little fullback dive if they want, with it being 4th and some change. But if you're Coach Ratliff here, I feel as if you'd be better punting it here.
With the way Lennon Marino has been running those fullback dives, you feel confident you can get 2 yards. But if you don't, man, you can set yourself up in a tough situation. Offense still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Tattnall stack here.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. Not going to get there. Jaden Barajas on the tackle for a loss, and another fourth down conversion failed by the Gatewood offense, and they turn it over on downs again.
Tattnall stacked the box there, and that's something they've done an excellent job tonight, is stuffing that box and being able to stuff that runner. But the handoff from Haley, a little hesitant on the handoff there to Moreno, so he took it himself, and he found himself down in the backfield. And now the Trojans in a really favorable spot to put 6 on the board.
And one thing you got to be when you run the option, when you run the option offense, is decisive. And Bennett Haley a little hesitant there, didn't quite know what to do with it, kept it, ran behind Marino, but Jaden Barajas right there to take him down for the loss. Trojans football at the 28, toss play near side, across the 20, inside the 15, down close to the 10 is Micah Clyde on the carry. Another chunk there, 18 yards. First down Tattnall.
Honing in on 100 yards on about 2 carries. Just with 2 carries tonight. Probably close to 100, probably around 85, 90 yards.
Had 76 on that one carry last drive, and then 18 there. That's already 94. A minute to play in our first quarter, 14-0 Tattnall. First and 10 from the 12, threatening to go up 3 scores. 2 wide each side, Bellamy, handoff middle, Clyde inside the 10, drags a defender down close to the 7. Gain of about 5, second down 5 coming up. Second down 5, pistol set, Bellamy, pitch play. Micah Clyde inside the 5, taken down just shy of the 4.
Clyde on the carry, down to the 5-yard line.
Going to bring up third down in about 2 or 3.
Number 8 on the tackle, Jack Wooten for the Gators.
Jack Wooten, first time we've heard the senior's name tonight, and that will bring us to the end of our first quarter. After 12 minutes, Tattnall 14, Gatewood nothing, and the Trojans threatening to add on to their lead. We'll be back to Tattnall Square and Barney Hester Field when we come back on Middle Georgia Sports Live. Stick around.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the community.
I want my money to go further.
A lot of people think that Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is just for farmers, but most of our customers aren't farmers at all. They just like good customer service and supporting local farms.
I love knowing that it protects more than just my car, but it protects our access to locally grown food.
You're gonna need coverage either way, so why not do some good with it?
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is insurance I can feel good about.
We are a farm bureau.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Welcome back to Tattnall Square, Barney Hester Stadium, as the Trojans looking to go up 3 scores as we begin our second quarter. Third and 3 from the 5-yard line. Bellamy to throw, quick screen near side. He's got the corner to the end zone. He fumbled it. Did he get in? First, let's see. He fumbled it out of bounds, but it was at the 1. Champ Caslin on the reception fumbled it, but it did not go into the end zone. It's out at the 1, and a break there for Tattnall. First and goal from the 2 upcoming.
Shades of the last drive.
Man.
They almost got the touchback again. This time without even a recover from another team, because that's a tricky rule. If the offensive team fumbles it out of bounds in the end zone, it's a touchback, and the other team gets the ball, whether or not they recover it or not. So they're not looking to repeat that again.
First and goal inside the 2. Bellamy handoff middle into the end zone for the touchdown. Goes Slayton Skinner. Touchdown, Tattnall.
So they're able to get back that fumble from the last drive. Could be 28-0, but of course Tattnall's not thinking about that. What they could have done, they're focused on what they're doing right now. 20-0 as Slayton Skinner gets 6. 20-0, Trojans up by 3 scores.
Coach Hester talked about in that coaches show about the strength and the speed. And, man, does this offense look like it's on another level so far this drive? Not just this drive, but this game so far this season. Lefty kick up and good by Clark. No, it's no good off to the right. Just pulled it right. So it will remain a 20-0 lead for Tattnall. But this offense looks like it's gone up a couple notches over this offseason.
Absolutely. Averaging 1 touchdown a game last year, and now sitting at 3 in the first game. Definitely an improvement.
Most points they scored in a game last year was 13. They have already surpassed that just over 12 minutes into the first game this year. It's great work by Coach Hester and the offensive staff. So Gatewood finds themselves down 21-0 early in their second quarter. Got to really thread the needle if they're going to come back and make this one competitive. They've gotten some drives and some yards going, just hasn't been able to finish them. Again, had the ball inside the 10 2 drives ago, but were turned away on a 4th down. Christian Martinez to boot it away for Tattnall. Brady Haley and Drew Love now back deep for the Gatewood Gators to return. It's been all blue and gold here in the first quarter and change. Martinez boots it away. A lower kick lands at the 25, kicks up to the 15, and bobbled and off of the hands of Haley into the hands of Love, and he takes it across the 25 near the 27. Fortunate bounce there for Gatewood, but again, about the same result on every kickoff so far. Around the 25 has been good coverage downfield by the special teams unit for Tattnall.
And it's kind of a topic of concern here, but it is the first game. Ball security is always something that kind of comes into play, that kind of comes to bite you in the first game. Of course, you got nerves, you got first game jitters, first game back. It's been, you got the entire summer off, and you got the first game back, and also you got a long school day. And there's so much that factors into that. But also the first game is going to be the big game where you figure out, hey, what do we got to work on the most in practice on Monday? And another penalty for the Gators.
Cannot have those procedural penalties in the style of offense, and another false start there for Gatewood. Makes it 1st and 15. Pretty typical for game one to have those sorts of penalties, but man, just can ill afford them with the style of offense that Gatewood plays. So I'll move the ball back to the 22 and bring up 1st down 15.
Last time we were here on 1st and 15, there was a fumble play right after. So the Gators not looking to repeat that again, but going back to the first game thing, but still, the option offense they run, as you're saying, Noah, it is crucial that you do not catch any of these procedural penalties on the motions and on just the early hard counts. Just the fine-tuning things that you got to sort out. Of course, it is game one, and you're looking to improve.
Toss far side. Trying to get to the edge to the 25 and out of bounds is Brady Haley. Gets about 3 or 4 of those 5 yards they lost in the penalty back. Going to bring up 2nd and 12 from the 25.
Forced out of bounds. Play game 3, 2nd and 12 from the 25 yard line.
Quick throw near side. Across the 30 and down to the 32 goes Ben Pearson.
Good tackle there.
Gators number 2, Ben Pearson.
I believe that is Cole Moore was able to make that open field tackle.
Yeah.
One-on-one, big play there from Cole Moore. Had he missed, Pearson might be in the end zone for 6 there. So big play, kind of an overlooked play just because of the outcome. But Cole Moore, big play there from the Trojan defensive back.
So 3rd down and about 6 coming up from the 32. They need about the 38 for a first down. Quickly out of the huddle. Haley under center, rolls far side, looks to throw. Plenty of time, slings it over the middle, caught for a first down across the 40. Good step up and good delivery. Harrison Harper with a first down reception to the 41 for Gatewood.
Andrew Pecorelli almost nearly picked up the sack there, the blitzing linebacker. Had Haley not gotten rid of it so early. Just put some pressure to make that play there, but good play from Gatewood, able to convert on that 3rd down. So is this what they need?
Feel like you got to get points on this drop if you're Gatewood, for sure. And Coach Ratcliffe wants a timeout.
Timeout on the field. Timeout. Gatewood.
So Gatewood takes their 2nd timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. Tattnall 21, Gatewood nothing. Gators with the ball close to midfield when we come back on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
And welcome back to Friday Night Lights here on Middle Georgia Sports Live. Noah and Aiden back here with you. 1st and 10 for the Gators from the 41. Marino on the fullback carry at the middle. Maybe gained a yard, maybe 2. Been a workhorse for this Gatewood offense so far tonight. Running the ball up the middle.
One thing that I have noticed, Noah, is as the game has progressed and as Gatewood has gotten more comfortable with this offensive look, they're starting to implement the quick pass a lot more. And that's how they picked up that first down back earlier on in the drive. The quick pass wasn't there, and Haley was able to roll out and create some space. We already saw what he was able to do on that last goal line play a few possessions ago, but here we go.
Option pitch near side behind the running back, picked up
Is he
again.
gonna do
It's
it
the
again?
same guy again, Pecorelli. Boom, taken down to the 25. His 2nd fumble recovery of the night. That one doesn't quite go for 6, but another forced turnover by the Tattnall defense, and the offense set up again to strike.
Really thought Pecorelli was about to get 6 again there. Rarely do you see a scoop and score in a game, but even rarer do you see 2 from the same player in a game. Andrew Pecorelli, 2 fumble recoveries on the night, 1 for 6.
Just another pitch that was off target by Bennett Haley. Setting up Tattnall 1st and 10 at the Gatewood 25. Tate Morris, the running back to the left of Angelo Bellamy, the freshman quarterback. Bellamy to throw. Plenty of time. Steps up. Still looking. Going to take off with it across the 20. Inside the 15. Foot race to the 10. He'll go into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Tattnall. Through the air, now on the ground. Angelo Bellamy from 25 yards out. All Tattnall here in the first half.
Big play there from the freshman QB. We saw what he can do with his arm, and we just now saw what he can do with his legs. The dual threat freshman, Angelo Bellamy. And he is doing an awesome job for the Trojans coming in and taking the helm for this Trojan offense as he put 6 again on the board for the Trojans, and they are no stranger to the end zone tonight.
Wow.
Number 81 for the Trojans. Clark.
Lefty Sam Clark on for the PAT. Missed the last one, but corrects that one, gets recalibrated. That one's up and good. Tattnall 27, Gatewood nothing. 9:34 to play in our first half from Barney Hester Field on the campus of Tattnall Square Academy. We'll be back to Friday Night Lights on Middle Georgia Sports Live when we come back in just a moment.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
And welcome back to Barney Hester Stadium on the campus of Tattnall Square Academy. All Trojans so far in our first half, 27-0 they lead as Christian Martinez boots it away. Drew Love on the return, angles far side of the 20, gets the edge, 25. Good return here, 30, 35, 40 along the sideline, shoved out of bounds near midfield. And finally, maybe a spark for this Gators offense. Good field position as they take over near midfield.
So Drew Love able to reverse the field there on that kickoff return. And this is the best field position, starting field position that the Gators have had all game. So they'll look to take advantage of that big time here.
Ball officially spotted just across midfield at the Tattnall 49. Gatewood needed something to go their way, and they finally got it. Bennett Haley under center. Marino again in at fullback. Quick throw far side. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. Still loose behind the line of scrimmage is Pearson, taken out for a loss.
So another lost play for the Gators. They're struggling to find their footing here early on in all of these drives. But that's a big loss there.
Looked like the timing was a little off on that pass. It was J.J. Jackson who finished off Ben Pearson. Loss of 5 on that pass play, second down 15. And the second worst thing to do besides procedural penalties in an offensive option offense like Gatewood's, negative plays.
Yeah. And it's eating them up here as it seems the second starting possession again, and there's another flag.
And it looks like it's going to be offsides against Tattnall.
So they'll get that 5 yards back.
Penalty there against the Trojans. Second down 15 back to the Tattnall 49. Three down linemen for Tattnall. Fullback carry at the middle by Marino. Gains about a yard.
Little handsy over there, Ben Pearson and Cole Moore. They'll exchange a few words as Pearson heads back to the huddle. Of course, the sideline official is doing his best to facilitate that right there. But third and long for the Gators. Might see a different look here, but they'll probably stick with that eye. Now they'll go ahead and send Haley wide. Now shotgun look here.
Second time they've been in the shotgun tonight. Snap back to Haley, looking to throw. Plenty of time over the middle, nearly intercepted. It was in the hands
Slayton Skinner.
Of Slayton Skinner, the senior. And Ben Pearson, the receiver for Gatewood, is still down. So Gatewood with the ball starting across midfield. goes nowhere, forces the 4th down, but Ben Pearson is down. They'll check on him, and we'll take a break while they do that. 27-0 Tattnall here on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
And welcome back to Tattnall Square. Ben Pearson helped off the field, and Gatewood out in punt formation. Caden Berner set to boot it away. 2 returners back for Tattnall. High kick, angled to the near side. Fair catch called for by Cole Moore and taken at the 18. Gatewood with great field position near midfield off the kickoff return by Love. Does nothing with it. And Tattnall back on offense just inside their own 20.
So Tattnall's going to let them keep the foot on the gas. They're going to keep the train rolling, keep the train on the tracks, because Gatewood has not done much of anything to try to derail this effort from the Trojans.
Angelo Bellamy, the freshman quarterback who's had a impressive opening night, began with that 50-yard strike for a touchdown on the first drive to Jace Veal. Also had that rushing touchdown of 25 yards. Pitch play this time, far side, nothing doing on the run to the far side by Harper Johnson. Brady Haley on the stop alongside Ford Rocker, the sophomore. Loss of about 5 back to the 12 or 13-yard line.
Another down-to-earth play for the Trojans. They've had a few of those this game. Whenever they have a big play, they always have a play that brings them back down and kind of reminds them, hey, we got to get our act together. And we still got a lot more football left. 7 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Bellamy looking to throw. Good blitz pickup by the running back, but he's taken down on the second effort for a sack. Ford Rocker, first sack tonight by Gatewood. And now 3rd and forever upcoming for the Tattnall offense. Brady Haley came in with his hair on fire. It was a good blitz pickup by Harper Johnson in the backfield. And then Ford Rocker came in behind him, and there was no one to block him. So 3rd down, 23 from the 5-yard line. They need the 28 for a first down. See if Bellamy has some more magic in him.
Might see him use his legs here if it breaks down. He'll go for that quick pass.
Quick screen, near side, and nothing doing.
Well,
a ton of Gatewood Gators there on the tackle of Jace Veal. Man, that Tattnall drive goes backwards.
So the first drive for the Trojans in which the punter will trot on. Definitely not a bad sign if you're Coach Hester to have your punter come on for the first time late in the first half.
Another big opportunity here for Gatewood for some good field position. Caleb Malcolm, the junior, set to boot it away for the Tattnall Trojans. And Bennett Haley, the quarterback, bat deep to return for Gatewood. 2 on the play clock, 1 on the play clock, and Tattnall's going to have to call a timeout. And they're going to take the delay of game penalty.
So the punter Malcolm is going to be on the back of the end line of the end zone.
That'll move the ball from the 6 to the 3. And Bennett Haley will be standing at the 40-yard line in Tattnall territory to return it. Pretty cramped there in the back of the end zone. Malcolm one step and a boot away off the side of his foot to the near side and only going to get about a 15-yard punt out of that one. Ball's going to be marked inside the 20 at the 18. Officially a 15-yard punt. And Gatewood with the best field position they could ask for inside the Tattnall red zone, ready for their next drive.
If you're the Gators here, you need to get something on the board, whether it be 3 or 6. 6 will be preferable. 5 minutes left to go roughly, and you really haven't done much on offense, and they haven't really shown much. They've made a lot of mistakes, but they need to make that a minimum. I know it's the first game. You got a freshman quarterback, but Tattnall has a freshman quarterback too. And I think the difference is just, I think it's just a confidence thing is what it seems. 27-0 here as Gatewood looks to put 6 on the board.
Still an opportunity here, though. If you can score here, get another stop, and get the ball back, you can have a chance to cut it down to a 2-score game before the half. A lot of football still to play here at Barney Hester Stadium. Pitch play, far side to Brady Haley, trying to find a hole and didn't find one. Got taken down for a loss of 1. Andrew Pecorelli on that tackle.
Pecorelli.
He's had an amazing night so far. Already 2 fumble recoveries, one of them returned for a touchdown. .440 to play in our first half. Second down 11 from the 19. Haley slings it near side to the end zone. Underthrows Love, incomplete. Love had a step, but Haley under the pressure couldn't step into it and get enough on the throw. Brings up 3rd down 11.
Doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow. Hope from others can light the way forward.
Fourth and manageable or get the first down here. You got to come away with points on this drive. Couldn't have asked for a better place to start, and it looks like Gatewood's going to call a timeout to think about it. The Gators call their final timeout of the first half. 3rd down 11, looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time in 2026. All Tattnall here from Barney Hester Stadium on the campus of Tattnall Square. And we'll be back in just a moment to high school football on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
3rd down and 11 for Gatewood out of the timeout. Haley to throw. Plenty of time, rolls near side, still looking, running to the sideline, got the edge, inside the 15, spins, taken down shy of the 10, going to bring up 4th down and about 4. Great effort on the run by Bennett. Haley comes up a couple yards shy, and 4th down and about 4, Gatewood's got to go for it.
Coach Ratliff over there trying to rally the troops here. 4th and long. Last time we had a 4th and long for Gatewood, we saw a nice little play there from the quarterback, Haley, just to create some space. Had to look to be a toe tap touchdown, but it was called back. Can they replicate that here, 4th and long?
And how big was that call? Looking back at it now, 4 on the play clock. Gatewood's got to hurry. No timeouts left. 2-1. Can they get the snap off? They don't. A delay of game on 4th and 5. And just a bad mental error there. That'll make 4th and difficult and a 4th and really, really difficult. 4th and 5 turns into 4th and 10 after the delay of game. That's a tough pill to swallow there if you're a Gatewood Gator.
So just another kind of careless error here from the Gators again. The penalties have been, they may have more penalty yards than offensive yards.
The penalties have come at really bad times so far as well. So 4th down, 10, they need 8 for a 1st down. Marino to the left of Haley, now behind him to the right. Haley to throw, blitz coming, good pickup, swing over the middle. It is incomplete.
Almost picked off again by Slayton Skinner.
And Jeremy Stanley cleaned it up on the back end. Good defense to bat it away. And Tattnall forces another 4th down conversion failure by the Gatewood offense.
And you got to think, how much easier would that have been had it still been 4th and 5 and had that penalty not eaten them up. But again, the Gators plagued by penalties as the Trojans look to put 6 again on the scoreboard. 3.5 left to go here in the first half.
So Tattnall takes over at their own 18. Again, the last drive went backwards a good amount. Looking to rectify that and maybe extend the lead before the half. Handoff middle, Clyde across the 25, breaks the tackle 30, near side 35, 40, along the sideline 50, steps out of bounds before he cuts back in at the 44.
So with that rush, he'll be well over the century mark for the day on about 4 carries. Micah Clyde, have yourself a game, bud.
Gain of 26 out to the 44 on the first play on that drive for Tattnall. Clyde already has 3 carries of 18, 26, and 76 so far tonight.
You got to pick up his yards per carry on that.
That's a crazy box score if you look at it for sure. 1st and 10 now from the 44. Coming in motion was Champ Price. Is Bellamy on the keeper up the middle, and he loses about a yard back to the 43. Tate Morris will check in for Micah Clyde. 2nd down 11 for Tattnall, 2:50 to play in our first half. Price again comes in motion near side. Bellamy going to look to throw. Plenty of time over the middle. There's Price. Slides down for the 1st down catch at the Gatewood 43.
Great play there. Great execution from the Tattnall offense there. Price, good motion play, was able to find that route up the seam, and Bellamy fires a dart to his receiver. And that's one thing that has stood out as opposed to both quarterbacks, because Gatewood has a freshman quarterback. Tattnall as well with a freshman quarterback. The difference that you see is the confidence in the pocket from Bellamy as opposed to Haley. It's just, there's levels to this is what it seems to be here. And Bellamy seems to be very well comfortable with this scheme.
Bellamy to throw again. Looks far side, slings it deep along the sideline, underthrown incomplete. Not afraid to take shots down the field. Some have paid off, not quite that one. But you know what they say, you can't win if you don't play. So 2nd down 10 now from the 41. Two wide each side for Tattnall. Bellamy again to throw. Pressure at the middle. Avoids another tackle, and he's loose to the 40. Stutter step down to the 38. Very impressive run for a gain of about 3. Could have been a lot worse. Brings up 3rd down and 8 from the 39.
So good way to salvage the play there from Bellamy to use his legs. Play broke down, but he was able to break down that defender. And now 3rd and 8 with a minute 40 clock ticking down in the first half.
Again, Gatewood received the opening kickoff, so Tattnall will get the ball to begin half number 2. 3rd down 8. Loud clap of the hands by Bellamy. Handoff middle on the draw. Micah Clyde inside the 30, gets the at 25-20. Clyde down the sideline inside the 10 to the 5. He scores. Touchdown, Tattnall.
An underlooked part of that play was number 10, Jaceville, on the back block. He was able to stuff his guy and push him into another Gatewood defender, which cleared the way, cleared the lane for the big man, Micah Clyde. His 2nd touchdown of the night, and he's closing in on 200 yards.
39-yard touchdown run there for Clyde.
6 in for the Trojans.
Got to imagine this has been a very satisfying first half for Barney Hester and his crew. An offense that last year struggled so mightily, averaging less than a touchdown a game. 34 in the first 24 minutes of action here in 2026.
So good outcome there from the Trojans again. Definitely a happy sideline, and I know Miss Hester is somewhere smiling for sure, knowing that Coach Hester's offense is putting up a dominant performance so far here in the first half, up 34-zip with roughly about a minute and some change left to go in the first half.
Christian Martinez, as he has so many times in this first half, set to boot it away. Been a very impressive first half for these Tattnall Trojans.
Gators number 6. Drew Love, number 5, Brady Haley.
Haley and Love back deep. Pooch kick near side taken by Marino at the 20. Near side 25. Angles his way to the 20. Gets hit hard and taken down to the 28. That was Cooper Lancaster on the hit.
Oh, a little bit
now
of
a scuffle near the 40-yard line, and flags come in.
And that's something you got to be careful of, especially if you're down. You got to make sure you got to keep the sportsmanship high. You can't let it sink low to a level of where it starts hurting your team, but also hurt yourself. So flags will be thrown.
Crew Chief Arthur White in the white hat and his crew settling the tabs. So we got a personal foul. One is on, see, it's the only one that they're going to call is on Tattnall. So instead of the 28, that will move the ball up near the 43.
Coach Hester giving his players an earful after that penalty.
Yeah, out near the numbers, letting his players have it after a rather foolish penalty. And Gatewood still another opportunity with decent field position to get on the scoreboard. They've had 2 drives start inside Tattnall territory. And now this one starting at their own 43. They've had decent field position later in this first half, just have not gotten the ball across the goal line and finished a drive.
Another quick pass here. He'll hold on to it.
Option keeper up the middle and no gain. That was Slayton Skinner on the tackle there for Tattnall.
No let up from the Trojans here.
Gatewood taking their time, 52, 51, 50 seconds and counting. Gatewood with no timeouts left, and they don't seem to be in a rush to try to score here. Seems like Coach Ratliff just wants to get to the locker room and talk things out. 32, 31, 30, 10 on the play clock. Now Gatewood set. Fullback carry up the middle, that time taken by Sean Bennett. Gains about 2 across the original line of scrimmage. 16 seconds left, neither team going to call a timeout, and that looks like that will be it for our first half here from Tattnall. Well, it looks like they're going to try to snap it again. 1 on the clock. They just got it off. Pitch play near side. And taken down for a loss. Great tackle by Sawyer Grant, the freshman, on Brady Haley. And that's how half number 1 will come to a close. What a start to 2026 by these Tattnall Square Trojans. 34 points in the opening half against Gatewood. And it's all Tattnall here in this first half. Aiden, sum it up for us.
Well, Tattnall is dominant. Obviously, we had the interview, or MGSL had the interview with Coach Barney Haley, or excuse me, not Barney Haley, with Coach Barney. I'll put it at that because I'm not going to mess up his last name right now. Coach Barney had the interview, and he said the main thing that we're looking to change this year is the intensity at which we play football. Obviously, the 0-10 start last year was something that you don't want to see, and they are improving, and they have shown the improvements heavily, up 34-0 here. And for Gatewood, opposite end, their improvement they need to work on, I'm sure the coach is going to tell them this in the locker room. You got to hold on to the football. I know it's the first game. I know we run an offense where we have to pitch the ball and move the ball around, but you got to be decisive with your decision-making, and you have to be clean and crisp on your plays with holding on to the ball. So Gatewood's going to look to recover by holding on to the ball better, improving their ball security in the second half. And so far, it's really just been all Trojans.
Yeah, and Gatewood's had their opportunities, had some solid starting field position starts, had one inside the 20, one across midfield, a couple near midfield, just have not been able to convert it into touchdowns, into points, had a couple missed fourth down conversions. So Gatewood's had chances to keep themselves into this ball game, just have not come through. And Tattnall all over Gatewood, 34-0 after half number 1. We're going to take a break, and we'll enjoy the Tattnall Trojan Band along with you at home. And we'll come back to set up the second half, get a little scoreboard update as well from action around the Macon area and others. Stay tuned to Friday Night Lights on Georgia Sports Live. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tattnall Marching Band of Gold. Give them a big round of applause.
All right, Tattnall Trojans. Thank you to everyone who came out tonight and supported the Trojan Cheer Squad's 50-50 raffle. If you missed out tonight, don't worry. We'll be at every game. Our girls will be here. Come find us at the next one. Before we announce the winner, we would like to take a moment to thank each one of our sponsors. I'm going to start here with our gold level sponsors. Thank you, Aces Engineering, Allstate Matt Rogers, Black Oak Asset Management, Broken Arrow Outfitters, ISM, Margaritas, and Don and Loretta Woodward. We'd also like to take a moment to thank our Trojan level sponsors, Next Gen, Russell Land Management, Scott Construction, and Tom and Kathy Ball. We appreciate all that you're doing for us over here at Tattnall. We'll now be announcing the winner. If you'll go ahead and get your tickets out. All right, get them out for me. Let's see here, the lucky winner tonight, 356-7056. That number is 356-7056. All right, if that's you, if you'll come and see me, Celie Murphy, over here by the Spirit Shop entrance to claim your prize. Also, go and grab you some Tattnall gear over there with Miss Angie and her crew at the Tattnall Spirit Shop tent. If you miss them this game, come out and support them next game. Thank y'all, we appreciate you, and go Trojans.
Some people we'd like to thank tonight. Cooking all the food down there for our concession stand is Mr. Kyle Huff and Mike Avery. We appreciate y'all doing such a great job every Friday night. As our grilling team, our chain gang tonight, John Johnson, Daryl Shadburn, Dennis Kaufman, and Matt Malcolm. We greatly appreciate y'all on the chain gang. And also a big thanks to Baldino's Sub Sandwiches, downtown Macon, Georgia on Cherry Street, for providing our pregame meal. We greatly appreciate y'all's help on Friday night.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's
And welcome back to Tattnall Square Academy. Noah Shelton and Aiden back here with you for the Trojans and the Gators. It's all been Trojans, 34-0 as we sit here in halftime. Both teams back out warming up, getting ready for half number 2. While they're getting ready, let's take a look at some of the out-of-town scores, or most of them really in town around the Macon area. St. Anne Pacelli and First Presbyterian Day, the Battle of the Vikings, 7-all at half. Brookstone, team from Columbus as well, St. Anne Pacelli. You know who else from Columbus, Aiden? Me, Noah Shelton, making the drive up here to Macon to help y'all call this one.
We appreciate you.
Of course, Brookstone 14, Westfield 27. That game at the half, Westfield with a 13-point lead. Back down in Columbus, the only game in the Columbus area tonight, Calvary leading Bethlehem Christian 16-7. Calvary was bounced from the playoffs last year by Bethlehem, on their way to get revenge tonight, a 9-point lead through one half of action. CFCA 6, Mount DeSales 7. Waiting for you, Aiden.
There we go. I don't want to show my youth. I don't want to show my youth there, but I was doing the hand motions.
Brentwood 7, John Millage 21. That game also at the half. Again, Tattnall scoring in a lot of ways. Had a scoop and score, a quarterback run, a quarterback pass, a running back run, and a passing touchdown on a screen. They've kind of come in guns a-blazing from all angles, Aiden, and it's been a very impressive first half. Again, a team that scored 13 was the most points they scored in a game last year. They scored 34 in the first 24 minutes of action here tonight against Gatewood. His offense looks like it's brand spanking new, and it's on fire so far.
Absolutely. And you got to give credit to the freshman quarterback, Angelo Bellamy. He's done an excellent job for the Trojans. Really showed a lot of pocket presence, a lot of poise, a lot of confidence. Noah and I were discussing at halftime. He's reminding us a lot of that number 9 from Alabama in the Carolina Panthers, that Bryce Young in the backfield. Not quite ready to throw the ball yet on the run, not quite ready to run with the ball, but he'll do whatever he needs to do for his team to win, and he's been able to put up a great effort for the Trojans today as they lead big as we get ready for the second half.
Well, it's not just the number, it's the style. We've seen a few times him scramble out of the pocket, had room to run, could have taken the 3 or 5 yard gain, but kept his eyes downfield. That's what happened on that first 50-yard touchdown strike over the middle. That was Jace Veal on the reception to get things going for the Tattnall offense. Stepped up in the pocket, threw the pressure, threw a dart over the middle.
Yeah.
And it's really been all Tattnall ever since.
And I just see Bellamy walking on the sidelines. He's got the moxie that you really want out of an experienced quarterback. And you got to remember, he's only a freshman. So he's only going to get better from here. And, of course, with Coach Hester and his experience, you can only imagine the type of development that he has in store for Bellamy. So 45 seconds left. I believe we're going to take a little bit of a break.
Yeah, we will in a minute. Bellamy really has been a gunslinger so far. We've seen a few throws, maybe a little questionable down the sideline favor us, but hey, you got to, again, you can't win if you don't play. You got to let the quarterback go out there slinging around the yard and just see what happens. And so far for Tattnall, it's really worked out. Team's just about finished warming up. Before they get back into action, we'll take a break here on Middle Georgia Sports Live. Again, all Tattnall after one half of action. We'll be back in just a moment to Middle Georgia Sports Live's coverage of high school football.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the community.
I want my money to go further.
A lot of people think that Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is just for farmers, but most of our customers aren't farmers at all. They just like good customer service and supporting local farms.
I love knowing that it protects more than just my car, but it protects our access to locally grown food.
You're gonna need coverage either way, so why not do some good with it?
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is insurance I can feel good about.
We are a farm bureau.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the community.
I want my money to go further.
A lot of people think that Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is just for farmers, but most of our customers aren't farmers at all. They just like good customer service and supporting local farms.
I love knowing that it protects more than just my car, but it protects our access to locally grown food.
You're gonna need coverage either way, so why not do some good with it?
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is insurance I can feel good about.
We are a farm bureau.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
And welcome back to the second half of action. Noah Shelton, all the way up from Columbus, Georgia, here with you up and making it Tattnall Square alongside Aiden and Trent, our producer behind the computer, doing all the graphics, everything, making our broadcast look good and hopefully sound good. Gatewood won the toss, received, so Tattnall will begin with the ball to begin half number 2. Again, a dominant first half on offense. Angelo Bellamy, the freshman quarterback, lighting up the scene, lighting up the field in his first start as a Trojan. Now Gatewood to kick it off for the first time tonight. It'll be Ruben Sanchez, the freshman, to boot it away for the Gators.
Ruben.
Again, the Gators under Jeff Ratliff. This is his 14th season, of course, coach and played for Coach Barney Hester back in the day. Ratliff, a graduate of Georgia Tech. Also is the offensive coordinator for this Gatewood team that runs the I formation, runs some option. It's been a tough start to the season so far. They've had some opportunities, had some decent starting field positions, but have not converted anything. Had a couple turnovers as well, and that's how they find themselves down 34-0. Pooch kick far side lands at the 20, picked up at the 15. Jeremy Stanley on the return across the 30 and taken down hard near the 31 or the 32. Been a physical ball game so far. Saw that at the end of the first half, some chippiness and some more there to begin half number 2.
So I see Ben Pearson on the field for the Gators. He went down early in the first half with looked to be kind of a stinger sort of type of injury, but he's back on the field, so a good sign for the Gators. But an even better sign for the Trojans as they have the ball up 34, scoring the last touchdown to go into half, and they're going to look to put another one on the board and just continue their offensive onslaught here against the Gators.
Yeah, good news there for the Gators with Ben Pearson back in the ball game. Played on both defense in the secondary and on offense. Played a little receiver, listed as a split end. Don't see that much these days. Handoff up the middle to Tate Moore for the Trojans. Good gain of about 5 to the 36. Tate Morris on the carry there for Tattnall. Good gain on first down.
The split end, a dying breed.
Same with the flanker. That's what Drew Love is listed as too.
Oh, I love seeing that whenever you look at the stat sheet or just the depth chart and you see that someone's listed as a split end. It makes my heart heal knowing that those positions are not overlooked out here still.
Reminds you of the good old days for sure. Bellamy option play, a little bit of Gatewood. Bellamy got destroyed as he pitched it near side to Morris. Morris got the edge to the 45, taken down hard at the 46-yard line as he's knocked out of bounds. That was Ben Pearson on the tackle back in from the injury. Bellamy took a hard hit after the pitch, and there is a flag down near the 40. And it's going to be a hold against the Trojans. It was a solid gain. Bellamy paid for it, but it's going to be all for naught as a holding call will back up the Trojans back inside the 30. Penalties have been an issue so far for Gatewood. About the second penalty of the night there against Tattnall. Had an offsides back in the first half. That was it. So bring it up to 2nd and 11 from the 30 now. Same shotgun set. Morris to the right of Bellamy. Quick screen far side, the champ Castlin. Castlin across the 30, taken down at 31. Good tackle out there in space by Drew Love. Drew Love, the flanker, also part DB. Third down long upcoming for Tattnall. This Gatewood defense seems to have settled down as things have gone on in this game, but the offense is just not giving them any help.
And you can imagine what Coach Ratliff was saying and harping on in the locker room. If I had to put a guess on it, if I had to put my exact finger on it, it was ball security. I said it coming out of the first half that was going to be the point of emphasis at half. Drop back.
Far side, incomplete, overthrew everybody. Intended for Cooper Lancaster down the sideline, and Bellamy airmailed it well over the head of everybody, and Tattnall again will have to punt. Seen a couple of these now over the last couple drives. It was Caleb Malcolm who booted it away from his end zone and caught it off the side of his foot, a punt of 15 yards his first attempt. Looking to improve on that average here on his second attempt. Two back deep for Gatewood, Ben Pearson and Drew Love. And Tattnall's got a man running on late. That's Shep Swaim, the freshman, running on to the special teams late. And Tattnall's going to want a timeout to get things in order. Timeout Trojans, 10-17 to play third quarter. Tattnall up 34-0 over Gatewood here on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Welcome back to Tattnall Square. 4th and 10 for the Trojans, and Caleb Malcolm, the junior, on the booted away for Tattnall. Two back deep for Gatewood. Love and Pearson. That's a better one there by Malcolm. High kick taken at the 35. Near side, Love across the 40, near the 42. So again, solid starting field position for Gatewood. Can they take advantage?
Number 6 on the return.
So good responding punt after the last punt. Last time for the Trojans, solid 15-yarder on the last punt. So he was able to double that roughly on this punt here.
And Malcolm's defense on that punt he just hit had plenty of room to set up, plant his leg, and boot it away. The first punt, he was backed up in his own end zone, pretty crunched for space, and just had to take a one step and a jab at it. But Gatewood again with the ball across the 40. An offense that has had opportunities, has had good starting field position, just can't get out of its own way. Had two deep drives that ended on 4th down conversions that were missed and a couple turnovers. Handoff middle, Marino, the fullback, on the carry, gain of about 3. Seen that a few times tonight.
Skinner on the tackle. Number 4, Marino on the carry. Play gain 2 yards. His second take from the 44.
Haven't really seen a big advantage one way or the other on the lines of scrimmage for each team, but Tattnall, the speed has really shown to be a difference maker so far on both sides of the ball. J.J. Jackson comes up hobbling. He'll hobble off the field just in time. And Jaden Barajas, who had a sack earlier, comes in his place. Option pitch far side. That was a good pitch that time. Getting the edge is Brady Haley. Across midfield, first down Gatewood to the Tattnall 49.
As you said, a much cleaner pitch there from the quarterback, Haley to Haley. Very smooth there. Very experienced look there from the freshman QB. And just going back to my point earlier, Coach Ratliff, he's a no-nonsense guy. and I'm sure you hate to harp on it, but it's just all that you're seeing. Execution has got to be the point of emphasis with this option offense, especially with a freshman quarterback such as Haley. And he's doing an excellent job so far to start here in the second half.
That was a great decisive pitch as well. 3rd and 1, they were just shy of the first down. Fullback carry, Marino up the middle. He's going to fall forward and get just enough for the first down yardage. See, that's Gatewood's bread and butter right there. Living in 3rd and short, and they just got enough for that first down. So Gatewood moves the chains. Ball just shy of the Tattnall 47. Blake Brannon out wide near side for Gatewood. Option look again. Keeper this time, and no gain on the play. Bennett Haley kept it. Dove forward. Gained maybe half a yard at the most.
The Trojans do an excellent job at making those reads on the option read there from the Gators. But the Trojans have to be a little bit careful if the Gators run play action here, because every play roughly, the Trojans are stacking the box. Their run coming right up the middle. But the Gators got this guy named Landon Moreno. I don't know if the Trojans are familiar with him. He is not afraid of contact.
Not at all. And while that wasn't the biggest play yardage-wise, it was a good step in the right direction to be. Haley very decisive to keep that one and dove for what he could get. Handoff that time, Marino up the middle, not afraid of contact, took a lot of it, gained about 3 across the 45. Solid gain there, but not where you want to be if you're Gatewood. Brings up 3rd down and 6. Been a very electric environment here, too. Stands are packed tonight for opening night here at Tattnall.
Even for both ends, the Gatewood faithful making the drive from Eatonton.
3rd and 6. Handoff, middle.
Ooh.
Love met hard at the 42-yard line by a host of Trojans.
I think he'll stay down for a moment. He got hit pretty hard on that play.
He got hit hard, and he'll get checked out, and while they check him out, we'll take a break. 4th down coming for Gatewood, down 34-0 to Tattnall, Middle Georgia Sports Live.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the community.
I want my money to go further.
A lot of people think that Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is just for farmers, but most of our customers aren't farmers at all. They just like good customer service and supporting local farms.
I love knowing that it protects more than just my car, but it protects our access to locally grown food.
You're gonna need coverage either way, so why not do some good with it?
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is insurance I can feel good about.
We are a farm bureau.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
And welcome back to the ball game. Drew Love, gingerly and slowly, but made his way off the field. He's up, he's okay. 4th down, 4 upcoming for Gatewood, and they're going to go for it. 6 in the box for Tattnall. Pitch play, far side, nothing doing. Chandler Cook, the senior, makes the stop in another 4th down stop by the Tattnall defense.
Excellent play. Good response there from the Trojans, able to read that pitch perfectly, and they were able to stuff that toss there. Chandler Cook, big play for the Trojans, big stop for the Trojans as they'll get the ball here looking to score about midfield.
Yeah, Gatewood 0 for tonight on 4th down. Makes it 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 so far.
Yeah. I don't even know if their punter has even been on the field at all tonight. I do not recall. I can't recall the moment.
1st down for Tattnall now from their own 47. 6:54 to play in our third quarter. Two wide each side for Tattnall. Handoff middle, close to midfield. Harper Johnson, the freshman, on the carry there for Tattnall.
New carrier there. That's something we may see a little bit more from the Trojans personnel-wise. They'll get a little bit more of the younger guys in as the game progresses up big. Coach Hesta.
Johnson has had a couple carries tonight, but Micah Clyde has been the star on the ground so far for Tattnall. Has chunk play runs of 18, 24, 39, and 76 yards so far tonight. Handoff again, Johnson. Taken down at midfield. It was a good tackle out in space by Jack Wooten, the senior. Another third down coming for Tattnall. Again, this Gatewood defense has made some adjustments, has slowed this Tattnall offensive attack. And forces another third down. Ball at midfield. They need the 43 for a first down. Cooper Lancaster, Judah Hopper, the two furthest out wide to the far side alongside Malcolm, the punter. Bellamy steps in the pocket over the middle, caught
Good
inside
throw.
the 35, loose inside the 20, cutting back inside the 10. It's going to be a touchdown for Judah Hopper. 50 yards again. Tattnall up by 40.
And we see the playmaking ability time and time again by Angelo Bellamy, the freshman making a play. Judah Hopper, though, first reception for a touchdown. No complaints there if you're the receiver there. But Bellamy, if you're Coach Hester, you got to be smiling. You can't help but smile watching the freshman slice and dice out there. Again, looked like he was going to run with it, but he chose to opt in with a throw, and he gets 6.
Jace Veal with a 50-yard touchdown reception. Judah Hopper now with a 50-yard touchdown reception. And the PAT from the left-footed Sam Clark is no good. So it will remain a 40-0 lead for Tattnall with 5:27 to play in our third quarter. Man, what a play and what a night by Angelo Bellamy.
What a night by the Trojans. 40-0 last year. 0-10. 13 points was their highest scoring game, and this year they've nearly tripled that in their first game. Coach Hester.
Been a ultimate program recalibration night, it feels, for Coach Hester.
Yes.
And these Trojans. Trying to get back to their winning ways. And the Trojans well on their way to get win number 1 here in the second stint under Coach Barney Hester. And Coach Barney was the coach here from 82 to 2012, a career record in that span of 306, 79, and 7.
Wow.
11 state titles in those 31 seasons. Very impressive clip, to say the least. And then you mentioned him going to Howard.
Yeah.
As well as being in administration. Retired for 2 years and traveled to see the Bulldogs play of Georgia. Sounds like a pretty good gig to me, too.
Yeah. His goal is to see every SEC stadium that the Bulldogs played. Yeah. And I believe he's crossed mostly all of them off but 3.
Saw just about all of them. Still missing a couple.
Got to see the illustrious Williams-Brice Stadium.
That's right. Hey, most underrated environment in the SEC right there, that's for sure. I've been there. On to boot it away is Christian Martinez. Spiraling kick, line drive, taken at the 10 by Haley. Haley up the middle across the 25, across the 30, and taken down hard just across the 35-yard line. Then he came out of retirement, and he is well on his way here to win number 1 in stint number 2 at Tattnall. And Tattnall opens up the season with 3 straight home games. They play Piedmont Academy here next Friday and Bullitt County here in 2 weeks' time. They then go on the road at Athens Christian and Strong Rock to begin September. They then host Crawford County for homecoming September 18th before moving into region play against Mount DeSales, John Millage, FPD, and Stratford to round out the season. So good return for the Gators just across the 35. Fullback carry at the middle, Marino across the 40. That was a good carry there, for close to a first down. Going to be about a yard shy, but Landon Marino, the senior for Gatewood, has been the biggest threat offensively so far.
Number 10 on the tackle for the Trojans, Yates Gill.
Handoff this time near side. Haley to the 50, gets the edge 45, taken down at the 44. Good tackle on the near side by Cooper Lancaster.
First down run, number 5.
So 2 big runs there to start the drive out for the Gators. A little bit of signs of life here in what has been a rather dormant offense.
Again, the Gators offense across midfield, looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time in 2026. Seven in the box for Tattnall. Haley goes out in motion. Fullback carry up the middle. Close to the 40-yard line. Sean Bennett, the senior, on the carry for Gatewood. Gains about 4. Gatewood offense so far on the ground has had some success. Just can't string together a whole full drive consistently to punch it into the end zone.
Drop back.
Back to throw. Fade route near side. Man with a step. It's caught inside the 10 and down near the 5 is Blake Brannon, who played quarterback last year. Great throw by Bennett. Haley for Gatewood, and the Gators inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal.
Good play there. Nice placement there from the quarterback, Haley, to find the other quarterback, Brandon, for a big pickup. They'll look to punch in 6 here.
Ball marked at the 7, 1st and goal for Gatewood. I formation. Again out in motion is Haley. Handoff middle on the fullback carry into the end zone. Goes Sean Bennett, and the Gatewood Gators are on the board.
So a good drive put together there from Coach Ratliff's Gators. No fumbles, no penalties, no mistakes on this drive. If you're Coach Ratliff, that's more of a win than anything. Seeing your team put together a drive with no mistakes, no penalties, nothing that will take any possession away. So they'll put 6 in against the Trojans.
And that's what a Gatewood drive should look like. Run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, take a shot, convert the shot, and then punch it in. PAT on the way by Ruben Sanchez is up and good. And the Gatewood Gators now on the board, trailing Tattnall 40-7. 3:18 to play in our 3rd quarter. Still all Tattnall here from Tattnall Square Academy at Barney Hester Stadium. And we'll be back in just a moment to Friday Night Lights on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions the future so you can do the same. The power of second chances is here at Emory Healthcare, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home.
Yeah, I'm right. Welcome back to the ball game. 3:18 to play in our 3rd quarter. Noah and Aiden back here with you in the booth. Tattnall 40, Gatewood 7. The Gators punched it into the end zone for the first time tonight on the carry by Sean Bennett. Now they're set to kick it away. High kick to the far side, taken at the 10 by Jeremy Stanley. Stanley far side 25 to the corner 30, taken down just shy of the 30, near the 29. Jack Wooten on the tackle for Gatewood, and that's where Tattnall will set up shop.
So Coach Hester's Trojans will retake the field. I'm surprised there hasn't been any massive personnel changes yet. We'll probably see a little bit more in the fourth quarter from both sides, just to kind of get the younger guys some extra reps. But if you're Tattnall, your quarterback is a younger guy, so he's not coming out of the game, and he'll get as much reps as possible. But again, that's the best thing you can do with a young quarterback, is just allow him to develop and allow him to get reps.
So first and 10 for Tattnall, the 29. Bellamy still in at quarterback. Handoff middle. And across the 30, pushing his way close to the 35 with some help from his friends. Believe that was Harper Johnson on the carry. We'll get a number. That was Harper Johnson on the carry. Got some help from Andrew Curry and others. Gain of 5 out just shy of the 35.
It's a good run there. Hard-nosed run, kept the feet moving. Love when the lineman pushed the runner forward. Great feeling.
Shotgun step. Bellamy, handoff middle. Johnson again. Falls forward for a gain of about 2, just shy of that first down marker. Give me 3rd down and 1. Got to imagine the Gatewood defense by now is getting a little bit winded. See if Tattnall will try to convert this, get the first down on the ground. They take their time to break the huddle. Again, Johnson to the left of Bellamy. Handoff Johnson up the middle, cuts, just gets enough to the 40.
So we'll pick it up.
So first down now at the 40 for Tattnall. Gatewood has slowed down this Tattnall offense overall the past quarter and a half. Bellamy looking to change that. Pop pass. Champ Price coming near side, trying to get the edge, trying to cut back across the 40 and gains about 4 to the 44.
Play game 3, be 2nd and 7. 43 yard line.
Tattnall wisely taking their time, bleeding some clock. 36 seconds to play in our third quarter. Castlin comes in motion, handoff middle. Tate Morris across the 40. Ooh, he's loose with some speed across the 30. Morris near side inside the 10. Touchdown, Tattnall.
Good play
57 yards.
Excellent play there from Tate Morris. Good blocking there from the Hogs in the trenches. Able to clear a path for the running back Morris. And he gets a clear path, a foot race to the end zone, and another touchdown for the Trojans. 46-7.
Just as I was saying that Gatewood may have slowed down this Tattnall offense just a little bit, Trojans find another way to get into the end zone. And Sam Clark on for the PAT. Snap good, hold down, kick up, and the kick is good. Tattnall 47, Gatewood 7, 23 seconds to play in our third quarter. We'll keep it here at Barney Hester Field, Barney Hester Stadium, I should say. And this is going to be the first win for Hester in his second stint here at Tattnall.
rather dominant win here, too.
Absolutely.
And a big statement win, too, especially last year, going 0-10. Never anything good. It's hard to see how something good can come from 0-10. But it's a learning experience, and here they are now triumphantly leading the Gators 47-7 early on. Coach Hester, great job. Second year.
Checking in on some other scores, Calvary up 16-14 now over Bethlehem Christian, that game in the third quarter, as well as Westfield Brookstone, still 27-14, the game also in the third quarter. Man, it's great to have football back, isn't it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Best time of the year.
My heart is just craving like a week 0 game, and we're so close away. We're so close from it.
Also, FPD and Pacelli tied at 14 in the fourth quarter. Christian Martinez boots it away for Tattnall. Marino on the return. Trying to cut it outside, met by some Trojans, breaks a tackle, fighting his way to the 30. Decent return by Marino. 12 seconds to play in our third quarter. Yeah, Tattnall did score 34 of their points in the first 20 minutes of action, then only scored 7 the next 16 minutes or so until that 50-something, 57-yard run by Tate Morris. Tattnall's offense, electric, and it looks like a completely different team from last year. Quick throw, far side, taken by Brandon across the 40. Across the 30, excuse me, taken down for a gain of about 2. And that will do it for quarter number 3. Tattnall 47, Gatewood 7. The Trojans well on their way to their first win in the second stint of Barney Hester's career here at Tattnall. We'll be back in just a moment for quarter number 4 here on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the community.
I want my money to go further.
A lot of people think that Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is just for farmers, but most of our customers aren't farmers at all. They just like good customer service and supporting local farms.
I love knowing that it protects more than just my car, but it protects our access to locally grown food.
You're gonna need coverage either way, so why not do some good with it?
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is insurance I can feel good about.
We are a farm bureau.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on.
Second down 8 for Gatewood to open our fourth quarter. Handoff middle, Haley across the 35, across the 40, first down Gatewood across the 45. And Haley taking down just shy of midfield. Good run there on second down for Gatewood.
Little pancake block there from Jack Wooten. Not a lot of people saw that, but I saw it. It was quite magnificent. So now this is where you get to see the personnel change here for the Trojans on defense. A lot of new numbers that we haven't seen. Cade Burnett, number 42. I see him in there. Leighton Coley. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores in now.
Handoff middle, Love. Falls forward across midfield for a gain of 3 to the Tattnall 48. Again, Gatewood finding themselves in Tattnall territory on offense.
3-yard gain brings up 7-7. And the Trojan 48.
Grayson Floyd and Talon Jones out wide near side for Gatewood. Handoff near side, Bennett across the 45 to the 40. Bennett with some space across the 40 to the 37-yard line. Another first down carry for Gatewood. Back-to-back really solid runs there for the Gators.
Down to the Trojans' 38-yard line.
Ten minutes to play here from Tattnall. Trojans leading 47-7. Marino, the fullback, Bennett, the tailback. Handoff to Bennett, bounces it outside of the far side. Bennett, the 35, stays up, stays in bounds, falls forward close to the 30. Gain of 6 to the 32, brings up second down 4.
Lancaster.
Fullback carry up the middle by Marino, met the line, nowhere to go.
Good play from the young guys on the D-line for the Trojans. Able to stuff the big man Marino. That's not an easy task to do.
Yeah. Wyatt Gann and Wade Maynard, part of the tackling crew, as well as Shep Swaim. Third down 5 coming up. Pitch play near side, Bennett to the 30, across the 30, stays up across the 25. First down, Gatewood to the 24. And we talked about Marino welcoming contact and being physical. How about Sean Bennett so far this drive?
Excellent job. It just seems like he's bouncing off tacklers everywhere he's going. Reminds me of a young man named Leonard Fournette back in LSU. But I digress. Bennett has done an excellent job this possession, this drive especially, of just getting good yards after contact.
Flags before the play and another false start, it looks like. We'll see, no, it's going to be offsides actually against Tattnall. Second time tonight the Trojans have been called for being offsides.
That might have been the first flag of the second half, either the first or second.
Yeah, been a pretty clean and pretty swift second half so far. .730 and counting to play in the ball game. Marino on the carry up the middle, across the 15, lowers the shoulder across the 10, still finding his way close to the 5, still close to the 4. Goodness gracious, that's a grown man right there. Landon Marino.
Taking it up the gut there, not afraid of the contact. He took 4 guys down with him.
Been a long drive here for Gatewood, over 5 minutes of possession time. Again, they've had the ball the whole fourth quarter so far. We got 6:55 to play.
First and goal from the 5.
Bennett in at fullback, Haley in at running back. Handoff Bennett on the fullback dive up the middle. Gained about 2, just shy of the 2.
22 on the tackle, Brady Neesmith.
This is the kind of drive that Gatewood plans for and tries to execute. Long, sustained drives keeps your offense off the field and makes your defense tired, but at this juncture, not really going to matter down 40 with 6 minutes to play. Option look, keeper, and
Play
nothing
there.
doing. Haley taken down for a loss back near the 5.
Shepard Swaim, little freshman making the play there.
Lost about a yard. Third and goal from the 4.
So 3rd and goal, ball just inside the 5. Haley under center. Handoff. Haley up the middle. Nothing doing. Bennett handed it off to Brady, and Brady taken down for a loss, forces 4th down. And how many times have we said this tonight? 4th down upcoming for Gatewood, and they're going to go for it. They have yet to convert one so far tonight.
Could this be the one? In their own territory, about to score a good chance to score 6 here.
And how long ago, looking back at that play where we thought he had the toe tap in the back of the end zone,
Yeah.
pass was ruled incomplete.
That was a huge momentum shift
Felt
early
like
on.
it was for sure.
May see a quick pass here.
4th and goal from the 6. Haley rolls near side and a flag.
Just when you thought.
Another tough penalty against Gatewood. Had a delay of game on a 4th and 5, now a false start on a 4th and 6. Just brutally timed penalties against the Gators tonight.
4th and goal from the 11.
4:30 and counting to play. Very long drive for Gatewood, coming up on 8 minutes. This will be the final play of it one way or the other, barring a defensive penalty. 4th and goal now from the 11. Haley rolls near side. Stepping up, looking, fires to the end zone, has a man open, but he short-armed it incomplete.
So another costly penalty on 4th down for the Gators, results in a turnover on downs. And it's like we've been saying, the penalties have been few in the second half, but it seems every time the Gatewood Gators are in a favorable position, they get a penalty that is just knocking them out of range to do anything productive. And now the Trojans looking to put 6 on the board here late.
Talon Jones, the intended receiver there. Ball short hopped into his chest. Running clock now with 3:32 and counting. Handoff near side across the 10, lowering his shoulder. Wyatt Gann across the 15, gain of about 5. No, Tattnall emptying out the bench, getting some of the youngsters in there to get some reps. 2:43 and counting to play. Again, it's been all Tattnall so far tonight. Backup quarterback into the game for Tattnall as well.
32, Shepard Swaim, I believe.
Going to give it up the middle. Swain with a handoff to Wade Maynard, who gains a first down for Tattnall. I believe, let's see. They're going to make it 3rd and maybe half an inch. Goodness gracious, just on that marker.
3rd and a credit card.
Yeah, there you go.
3rd and inches.
Might be 3rd and inch. Might not even be inches.
Under 2 minutes to play now. Tattnall going to come out on the shotgun on 3rd and a credit card, as Aiden likes to say. 4 wide. Keeper by Swain met at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get tackled for a loss.
Tried to lower his shoulder there, but he was just held back. A little shaken up there on the play.
Caden Burner on the tackle there. And he's still down near the 17-yard line. 4th down upcoming for Tattnall. They lead by 40, a minute 36 to play on Middle Georgia Sports Live.
Right.
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the community.
I want my money to go further.
A lot of people think that Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is just for farmers, but most of our customers aren't farmers at all. They just like good customer service and supporting local farms.
I love knowing that it protects more than just my car, but it protects our access to locally grown food.
You're gonna need coverage either way, so why not do some good with it?
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance is insurance I can feel good about.
We are a farm bureau.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you got more than just a policy. You're making an investment in the
When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. A whole team of people focused on what's next. Devoted to medicine that envisions.
Swaim off the field. And now Caleb Malcolm on the booted away for Tattnall. Harrison Harper and Bennett Haley back to return. Malcolm boots it away. Fair caught near midfield by Haley.
Fair catch at the 48-yard line.
A minute 22 and counting. And I think it's time to award a player of the game. And what do you think?
I think so. It's due time.
Player of the game is Aiden. I'll let you do the honors.
Well, I will give you a little bit of a hint. He plays running back for Tattnall. He wears number 6. I think he had close to 200 yards on less than 10 carries. It's no surprise. It's Micah Clyde.
Micah Clyde, congratulations. You are our player of the game. A dominant day all around. Angelo Bellamy was a great candidate as well. But Micah Clyde carries of 18, 24, 39, 76. Scored a couple times. Is a dominant night on the ground. Micah Clyde, the junior, congratulations. You are our player of the game here on Middle Georgia Sports Live. What's been a great night for Tattnall football. 47 points. Again, a team that scored less than a touchdown a game last year. Scored 13 was the most they scored in a game. Pitch play back, near side back to Bennett. Ball loose on the ground. Bennett just has the fall on it.
I saw the ball. I saw the fumble. I was like, where's Pecorelli?
That's right. He's had 2 fumble recoveries tonight. He was also another good candidate as well.
Yeah.
And fittingly for Gatewood, that is how the night's going to end. Tattnall Square with a dominant season-opening victory. They get their first victory under the second stint of Barney Hester by a score of 47-7. A domination of the Gatewood Gators. Tattnall 1-0.
Excellent game from both sides. Tattnall, their first win. 1 season removed from going 0-10. So this is not only a big dominant win to start this season, but also it means more being their first win, especially as the second year under Coach Hester in his second tenure, his second go-around here at Tattnall. And on the other side, if you're Gatewood, don't be discouraged by this. Things are going to get better. It's only the first game. You got a young quarterback. You play an offense that's fairly intricate for a younger mind to process, or just for any mind that is, rather than just be the quarterback. But nonetheless, they had a lot of improvement in the second half as opposed to the first. So if you're the coach for Gatewood, no need to feel discouraged or down because you played an excellent second half, less penalties, less mistakes, better execution. Gatewood, keep your head up. Get ready to move on to next week. Tattnall, congratulations with the win.
Angelo Bellamy, a great freshman quarterback, great opening night for the Trojan quarterback. Micah Collider on offense as well. An all-around dominant performance by this Tattnall Square team. Again, they host Piedmont Academy next week. Gatewood, the opposite of Tattnall. Tattnall's first 3 games are at home. Gatewood's first 3 games are on the road. Next week, they travel to Briarwood Academy and then travel to Brentwood after that. So Gatewood are going to be on the road for the first 3 weeks of the season. They'll look to bounce back next week at Briarwood. Aiden, any final thoughts before we sign off?
Again, I just got to reiterate, it's the first week. There's no need for overreactions, whether you're Tattnall or if you're Gatewood. Not saying Tattnall didn't make mistakes, but they made fewer than Gatewood, hence the outcome 47-7. But again, Gatewood, they played their tails off. They played a heck of a job. The mistakes, it's going to happen. And sometimes the flags are not going to be favorable, but keep your head up. Both teams did an excellent job tonight, and they're going to look to improve going into next week.
So that'll do it for us here from Tattnall. For Noah Shelton, who drove all the way up here from Columbus, you're welcome, Aiden. You're welcome. For Aiden, for Trent, our producer, for everybody in our crew, we thank you for tuning into this edition of High School Football on Middle Georgia Sports Live. Man, it's great to have football back. Tune into one of our other games. FPD Pacelli coming down to the wire. Calvary and Brookstone also in action against Westfield and FPD and Bethlehem Christian, respectively. That'll do it for us from Barney Hester Field, where Barney Hester gets his first win in his second stint at Tattnall Square. Again, your final, Tattnall 47, Gatewood 7. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, drive home safe if you came to the game, and we'll see you next time on Middle Georgia Sports Live.